It's the 14th of October and I'm Jerusha Sukhthia-Rath, and as it stands, Oscar Pistorius' trial is set to continue with sentencing procedures today in the North Gauteng High Court, and while that happens, Shrien Devani's trial continues in the Western Cape High Court. It's two high-profile cases for South Africa, so of course they made newspaper front pages around the country. Let's have a look at them now. We'll start with the front page of the Times. Give broken Oscar get out of jail card, that's according to the defense. If we move on to the front page of the Star, 3 years for Oscar. Now, speaking yesterday during the sentencing procedures, a spokesperson, or rather a social worker from the Department of Correctional Services spoke, saying that he would recommend that Oscar Pistorius be given a 3-year correctional supervision sentence that's essentially house arrest. On the front page of the Mercury, Devani's single gay profile. Now, if we move over to the Devani case in the Western Cape High Court, we had testimony yesterday from a man called Simon Johnson who works on the site Gaydar, and he gave testimony about how Shrien Devani was an active member of the site looking for sex with men on the site, and how Devani described himself as single, gay, and not out yet. Now, of course, the state are going to try and prove that Devani didn't want to be in a relationship with his wife Annie and therefore orchestrated her murder. On the front page of the Herald, Broken Oscar's fight to avoid jail. Oscar Pistorius' therapist spoke in court yesterday, describing Oscar as broken, grieving, and unable to come to terms with the death of Reva. On the front page of the Sowetan, here we see Last Lap, a picture of Oscar Pistorius. On the front page of the Pretoria News, Oscar, a broken man. On the front page of Die Burger, a very, very interesting treatment. Here we have Devani on the left and Pistorius on the right. A double life, it says, of Devani, and a broken man, it says, of Oscar. Again, focusing in on Devani's Gaydar profile, the Cape Times, Devani's single gay web profile. On the front page of the Cape Argus, Devani says it was a botched ransom plot. Now, that's, of course, referring to the men who kidnapped them, Devani says, and shot Annie. And on the front page of Beeld, here, Beeld newspaper has chosen, instead of to focus on Oscar Pistorius' grief, like the courtroom looked at yesterday, to focus on June Steenkamp. In his cross-examination of Oscar Pistorius' therapist, Gerrie conceded that while Oscar Pistorius was a broken man, it was really the Steenkamp family who was suffering the loss of their daughter. Here, they described how June Steenkamp would often just lie on the floor and cry at the loss of her daughter. We'll be keeping you updated on these two stories. Stay tuned to News 24 Live.